Hello, one Luke Hatfield. You join me and Wolves correspondent, Mr. Joe Edwards. Joe, still at Chorley, me from home. Joe, there are 109 places between Wolves and Chorley in the football pyramid, but I tell you what, that was not a game which showed that kind of difference, was it?
No, not at all. Shocking from Wolves, really was. And, you know, they're through and they've won the game, but it doesn't feel like a win at all. I mean, there's very few positives to take from this performance. Vitinha's goal, fantastic, great strike. The rest of it was turgid. They were dreadful. And, you know, in a lot of respects, lucky to have won the game and for it not to be taken into extra time. John Ruddy has to pull off a string of fine saves, probably puts in his best performance since his championship days. You know, that save to deny Andy Halls in the second half, that header at the far post, that's a real top save, so they've got him to thank. But completely devoid of ideas going forward, no creativity at all. I mean, you can't really count the Vitinha goal as a chance. It was just a shot from distance. Yeah, fair play to him, but Wolves haven't created a chance really tonight against sixth tier opposition. Credit to Chorley, they've done themselves proud. Their attitude and application was absolutely spot on. But Wolves, their performance was borderline embarrassing. It was shocking.
Yeah, it wasn't great, was it? And like you said there, I mean, the goal wasn't exactly... It was not as if they carved Chorley open at any point. If anything, second half, I mean, Chorley probably had Wolves on the ropes at times.
Oh yeah, they're firmly on the ropes. It was wave after wave for a good half hour actually in the second half. I mean, Nuno in the end brought on three big guns at once in Neves, Traore and Neto, and thankfully they kind of helped, you know, stop the barrage really. But yeah, it was just for large parts of the game second best, you know, to a sixth tier side. And if Wolves perform anything like that moving forward in the Premier League, they're going to be in major trouble. You know, there is vast improvement needed very quickly, because if they perform like that at Chelsea on Wednesday, they're going to get hammered. And you know, it's a tough period for Wolves. There's now getting away from that. Yes, they're through, and they have avoided that upset. You know, that upset in 1986. Have at least avoided that, but it could have easily been another loss. Such was the performance. It was so off the pace.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I mean, they're through to the next round. They've got their name in the hat, which is one thing. But like you said, the worrying thing for this Wolves side right now is confidence, and a performance like that won't inspire any, will it?
No, not at all, not at all. And you know, they only made 6 changes for the starting lineup. You got Kodakode still in the team, Willy Bolly still in the team, Jean Vitinha still in the team. I thought Vitinha was really poor in midfield. Carried on giving the ball away consistently and just so off it. I mean, he got dragged off, and I mean, you know, you got to think that Vitinha should show his quality in a game like this, but it just didn't happen. The front two didn't make anything stick all night. You know, just bounced off them. Catrone got the hook in the end, but it could have easily been Silva. Both of them, you know, were way off it. Vitinha gets himself a goal, seizes the initiative, you know, takes the strike. Fair play to him. I thought Hoover was okay. You know, I think he did well going forward. Bolly, I mean, you know, we've allowed the headers. But Ruddy's Wolves' man of the match, and that tells you the story. He's the one who's had to make the saves and keep them in it. He can be happy with his night's work. Chorley can be immensely proud of their night's work, but most of those Wolves players have got to take a hard look at themselves really, because they are, you know, Premier League players, and you know they've not looked like it at all tonight.
Oh, I mean, thankfully for Wolves, in terms of, you know, you need someone to stick the ball in the back of the net. It looks like Willian Jose is on his way in. That should answer some of the problems, but it's not just sticking the ball in the back of the net. If you're not creating that many chances, a new striker's not going to do a whole lot for you, is he?
And it's defending. It's defending. I keep coming back to it, but they're defending. Connor Hall had a free header from about 6 yards out, and luckily he was kind of facing the wrong way, so we could only kind of head it backwards, and then he went into the hands of Ruddy. Then he was unmarked for a volley inside the box. They're just not tracking runners. The Andy Halls header that forces the great save from Ruddy, they're not tracking men. You know, it's basics. I don't know whether it's zonal marking or it's certainly not man marking what they're doing at the minute. They're just not tracking runners, they're giving people space, and luckily, ultimately, Chorley, they've done themselves proud, but they are 6th-tier opposition, and I guess you can afford to give them, 1 or 2 of those moments. In the Premier League, you'll get punished in an instant, and if Wolves carry on like that and keep defending so badly, they're going to be in for major problems.
Yeah, that's it. And like you said, you're going up against non-league opposition here. When you're facing Chelsea, I know they're not having a great time of it right now.
Yeah,
you're going to get punished.
Yeah, you're gonna get punished. You can't. There is so much to improve, and by such an amount. You'd like to think that this period for Wolves is the lowest it can be really this season, and take an uplift from here. But yeah, it's been shocking these past few weeks, and this did nothing really to build any confidence. So they're through. They face either Arsenal or Southampton in the next round at Molineux. But Christ, this was a really poor performance, and there is so much to work on.
Yeah, plenty to work on for Nuno and Wolves. You know where to go for all the post-match reaction. ExpressandStar.com.